Well, we finally have a jury in the trial of Darrell Brooks.
The court was able to select the 16 people from Waukesha County who will be in the courtroom when testimony begins.
Fox 6 Investigator Bryan Polcyn is joining us live in the studio again this morning to break down what happened on day 2 and what day 3 could bring.
Well, you guys, if you were paying attention, you know day 2 went a lot like day 1 did. It started the same way anyway. Brooks refused to acknowledge his own name. He kept asking Judge Jennifer Doro to state her name. And in the first 12 minutes of jury selection Tuesday, the judge said he interrupted her 6 times. So once again, Brooks spent most of the day in a separate courtroom watching the proceedings and interacting only when the judge opened his microphone. But despite those disruptions, jury selection moved ahead, and by about 6:30 last night, the judge announced that 16 jurors had been selected, 4 of whom will be alternates. And in fact, that jury has been sworn as well. So this thing is underway. Jeopardy now takes effect. So there's no going back. This trial is going to happen.
Right. Some people also think it's so key, the makeup of the jury. So what do we know about this jury so far? And the makeup of it?
What we know is that it encompasses 10 men, 6 women, all white. I did ask Sam Kramer, who was covering this, what did the jury pool look like? He said it was also, I mean, this is Waukesha County. It was a mostly white pool, but again, 10 men, 6 women. We know that 3 of them are from the town of Merton, 2 from Brookfield, 1 each from Eagle, Menominee Falls, Summit, Genesee, Economowoc, Sussex, and Heartland. There were a few others Sam didn't have notes on, but obviously these are residents of Waukesha County who are going to be hearing this case.
And Brian, we still saw another day of disruption, but we were still able to get through that jury selection process. Does that tell us anything about how the rest of this trial is going to go?
Boy, I think that's the real operative question. Like, what is this going to look like as we get into the actual testimony phase? We know that Judge Doro is giving Brooks chance after chance, but when he refuses to take that chance, she's shutting him down and keeping things moving. She's also making a record of his antics for the appeals court, not allowing him to derail the process. So you may have noticed at times, if you're watching any of this, that she will describe what he's doing in the other room, even though you can't hear it, and you wonder why is she saying it so almost like in third person. And the reason is she's making that record for later on. An appeals court won't see the video, but they'll read the transcript.
Let's talk about opening statements. When can we expect those?
Right now, it looks like those are going to happen on Thursday morning. So the jury was impaneled. They were sent home, told to come back tomorrow morning at 8:30. Today, Court TV is actually going to be there setting up equipment. They've got a 3-camera system, microphones. So this is going to look really great. You're going to be able to see things from all kinds of angles. They'll be doing that today. And then later today, there's going to be both the defense and state back in court without the jury. They're going to be talking about sort of procedural things going forward and some really interesting ones, like how they're going to handle objections, how they're going to handle witness questioning, which is a real issue when you look at Darrell Brooks and some of the antics so far.
And when you say, too, Brian, that Court TV is going to be there, it kind of gives us a perspective for how this trial is going to be followed nationally.
Absolutely. This is not just a big deal here in Milwaukee, Waukesha County, Wisconsin. It's a big deal all over the country, and it's going to be followed all over the world, really.
Yeah, well, Brian, thank you so much, and we're going to continue to follow this day by day. And thank you for your insight here, Brian, this morning as well. Stay with Fox 6 for the latest from the trial. We'll bring you updates both on air and online.